show you an easy way to roll out the top part of your quad. And I think that most of my patients use a big foam roller to roll out their quad, but it's not going to be very effective at getting to the top part of your quad or some of your hip flexors because of your pubic bone. It's not able to get into that little pocket at the top of each hip. So what I'm going to use are 2 yoga blocks. If you don't have yoga blocks at home, you can use some books. And I'm going to be using 2 toted sets of tune-up balls. Mine are the same size, but if you have the bigger alpha balls or the plus balls, you don't have to use the same size at the same time. Or you can put 2 tennis balls in a sock and knot it off or tape them together because you want that peanut shape so that the tendons sit nicely in this little gully. So I'm gonna be placing these right underneath the bony part of the hip. So we call it your ASIS clinically, but it's that bony part of the hip, and right underneath it is a little soft spot that we're gonna be snugging the balls in underneath. You're going to be lying face down to do this, and you can kind of play around with placement until you find a relatively comfortable spot to be in. So we're going to bring these right onto our yoga blocks. You might have a furry friend helping you as well. You're going to lower yourself down over the blocks. Make sure you got some nice placement there. Make sure it's in a relatively comfortable spot. And you can relax down over that area and just take a few breaths here and kind of get comfortable. And you can just do a little tiny movement of the hips side to side so that you feel the ball shifting medial and then lateral, side to side. You can bend one knee at a time, kind of letting them sink into that spot. Now, one thing that ups the intensity is if you tuck the toes under and straighten the knees, and you're going to feel the balls kind of come up into that soft spot. So then I like to just slowly micro movement up and then down and up and down. Drop the knees, bend the knees, extend. You can bend one at a time and then windshield wiper the foot back and forth. And then you can also extend the knees, bend one at a time without having the knee touch, and that's a lot more intense. And you can shift the hips side to side. You can also prop yourself up with the forearms. That's going to be more intense. You're going to shift up and back, side to side with the torso as well as the hips, kind of working your way into that area. And I would do it for a few minutes, but nothing too intense. And give that a try, and let me know if you have any questions.